Hello everybody, welcome to the Flight Sim Deck, and I want to welcome you to Monterey Regional Airport, where we'll be doing a flight to San Diego International Airport today. Now, Monterey is located in California. It's in the northern portion of California's Central Coast, and it was actually one of the first cities in California. And at one time, all the shipments in California by sea were required to go through this city before they went anywhere else. So that's a little history for you of this great beach town. So we're going to be flying the Dash8 Q400 when it's going to be Horizon Airlines flight number 2437. Horizon is a sister company to Alaska Airlines, and this will be our first flight with this carrier, so looking forward to that. We're going to check out Sky Vector here. This is going to be the route. We're going from north to south along the coast, so it'll be a nice coastal trip. Pretty clear weather up until we get to Southern California, where there's some clouds. So we're going to be departing Monterey out south. They have about one or two departures. We're going to go through the San Marcos VOR, and then we'll be cutting this way to the Lima Alpha X-Ray, Los Angeles VOR, and then making our way into San Diego this way via an approach into runway 27. So that'll be the route today. Glad to be doing all these new routes with the Dash8. Opens up all kinds of new doors and routes that you can do. I mean, it's a simulator, you can do any route you want, but I try to stick to current routes on Flight Simulator, or not Flight Simulator, but FlightAware. So we're going to tune up ATIS and see what we're doing today.
Monterey Airport Information, Hotel 1446 Zulu, wind 217 at 5, visibility 10, sky condition, ceiling 1000, overcast, temperature 14, dew point 11, altimeter 29908, ILS, runway 10 right in use, landing and departing, runway 10 right, VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial
Okay, so it's going to be a 10 right departure, and we're going to tune ground now and get everything set up.
Wind 217 at 5.
So for the runway, we're going to put number 2, which they have for 10 right. Still kind of getting used to it. I keep wanting to click the button, but actually you type in the 2. And the same thing with SID. They just have the 1 departure. So you would put in the number 1.
Well, we are ready for pushback.
We are ready now, please release one quick.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back now, you're clear to start the engine number 2.
Alright, we're pushing back now. This is first trip out of Monterey Airport. Haven't done one into or out of. Got this through the Orbx site. Went up and did a live stream with some pattern work at this airport the other day, and that was pretty fun. I was actually surprised the amount of people that came out for that. So we're going to start the number 2 engine right now. Actually looked up a few Horizon Airlines startups, and they start the number 2. Some airlines start the number 1. But yeah, I wanted to do this flight so soon because I wanted to correct a few mistakes I made in the last video. Thank all you guys for your constructive criticism of that flight, and cleared up a few things, a few questions that I had with it. That was very nice of everybody. Love this community for that.
Parking brakes
so
set.
yeah, I just want to do this flight again and try to get those things right, as well as learn it while these things are fresh in my mind. I just want to keep flying this plane so I can burn most of the procedures in my brain and not forget too many of them. I want to get, some planes, like the PMDG 737, I can not fly that for weeks, but still come back to it and know what I have to do. So I'd like to get on that level with this plane. I like this plane a lot. Very fun to fly. We're going to start the number 1 engine. And now we're going to move the condition levers up to max power, and then we'll be on our way for the taxi. Kind of a cloudy day today. It's pretty typical of a lot of these coastal ocean cities. Usually start out that way during the day, and then throughout the day the clouds blow out of there most of the time. Getting the auto feather on, and then the engine pumps. Or fuel pumps, sorry. Usually those light up, but I think they'll light up in a second, and then we're going to get the hydraulics. Alright, we're going to head down taxiway Alpha over to 10 right. It's going to be a straight shot down, and we'll be turning right onto the runway and making our departure. Now, Flight Sim Con was this weekend, and that was very exciting. Too bad I missed that. I am definitely going next year. It's going to be, it looks like a lot of fun to be there. A lot of great networking to be done, and FSElite was out there getting some coverage. So if you guys want to see what was going on with that, make sure you check out their website. And I got a few exclusive interviews coming pretty soon on the YouTube channel, so look out for those. But yeah, I'll be out there next year, wherever it is. Hopefully it's in somewhere like Vegas. That would be very nice if it was in Vegas. That would be an interesting time, to say the least. But not too much news came out of it that I was, interested in. I was hoping to hear something from, the weather people, Hi-Fi and Rex. Especially on their Worldwide Airports HD, I wanted to see if they had any news on where they were going with that, but to my knowledge, nothing really was published about that, so yeah, it wasn't too much information. Of course, Lockheed Martin released Prepar3D 2 weeks prior, and I guess they could have waited 2 more weeks and announced that at Flight Sim Con, but that might have kind of cast a shadow over everybody else's announcements, because that would have been the biggest announcement at Flight Sim Con. So maybe it's more courteous of them to have done that prior to Flight Sim Con. I don't know, but yeah, I would just kind of expected some more announcements. Last year seemed to have some bigger things drop at Flight Sim Con, but it's okay. At the end of the day, it's just about everybody, getting together, meeting each other, finally putting, faces to names, and just networking and meeting the people that you probably talk to on a daily basis through the community, YouTube, and forums and things like that. So it's very nice that that's held. Just hope they, having one in Los Angeles would be nice, or like I said, Vegas would be pretty cool. But either way, I'm going to it next year. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Still on Prepar version 3.4. The Dash8 isn't ready yet for version 4, and the PMDG isn't out yet, or the A320. I'm slowly getting some of my sceneries installed back. I have put on the flight beam stuff. I need to get some FSDreamTeam stuff installed, and I got the TFDI 717. Maybe I can do a flight with that between like San Francisco and Phoenix. I'm getting very poor performance at San Francisco right now, and I think it's because I have the Orbx Northern California installed, which I need to adjust some things about that, turn off the marinas and harbors, and fix that, because on 3.4 it also killed my frames having those two paired up, but I removed some things from the Orbx scenery, and that seemed to help. So, okay, we're pulling up on 10 right. We're going to hold short here for a moment, and then we'll do our lineup. Alright, so we're going to get the taxi light off, the landing lights on, the pitot-static switches on, get our spoilers over to flight. We're all trimmed up, flaps are set, turning the TCAS on to alt. And with all that, we're ready to go. Should have a nice little trip through the clouds. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up. I'm just going to stay pitched around 10 degrees. Climbing up to flight level 230. And then we'll set the climb power. I tried doing it with my my throttle quadrant, but I brought it down a little bit too far at 850, and you want to have it at 900. Alright, we'll get autopilot on, and we'll have some views out the window as soon as we break out the clouds. Now I'm only operating off the one FMS on the captain's side right now. And now we're above the cloud layer. I love on days like this where you can break through the clouds and just sit above them like that. That's always very nice to see. But I will say with Prepar version 4, the lighting is so nice that on all the airports I've tried, and these are airports that have been out for a long time and I've been using for a long time, they look completely new with the new dynamic lighting implemented. You know, lighting really does change how things look, so it's very crucial that that is like that. They're going to be releasing an update, I guess, soon in the next month or so. That'll fix some issues with the fast and frames per second performance with the dynamic lighting, but so far, people I've talked to, we've all agreed it's kind of bad on the when the landing lights are on. But yeah, as soon as I can get some more planes on there, more things installed, I'll be using that. I might do a live stream with it, or just do a general aviation flight. I'm really anxious to use it. I just, like I said, I just don't have it set up, and I'll be doing a settings video for it and everything. I just want to get more things installed. We're passing 10,000 feet, so we're getting the landing lights off now. 13,000 more feet to go, and then we'll be at cruise. Let me know in the comments if you went to Flight Sim Con. I want to hear your experience. How did you like it? Did you have fun and all that fun stuff? So, yeah, just let me know. That'd be a good conversation to have. Whenever I post these videos, I kind of hover around for a little bit. So if you guys ever want to strike up a conversation right after I release the video is a good time. I usually always check the comments. Try to respond to every single one while I'm at this YouTube level where it's manageable. You know, if I ever get to the 100,000 subs one day, I don't know, it gets very difficult to respond to everybody, but right now I do my best. Alright, so now we're going to set up our VNAV path. It's coming up in just a few, about 20 minutes or so. So we're going to get that set up so our workload's a little left. And we're going to descend 1,800 feet. So, yeah, about 22 minutes away from our descent. Here's the cloud coverage I was talking about earlier. Pretty clear the whole way down, just up in Monterey, had a little bit. And then, yeah, it all seems to be hanging down here. California did get some rain over the weekend, pretty spotty here and there. Little patches of rain. So now we're about 6 minutes away from the descent, so we're going to start preparing for that. Heading down from 23,000 feet, we're going to be going down to 2,000 feet. The ceiling is at 1,900 feet right now in San Diego, so we'll be just above it, basically right as we get to the glide slope. And the descent is beginning now. Pretty much does it for you. You just have to set it up in the VNAV, telling it what waypoint you want it to go down to, and then it does it all for you. So we're going to throttle back a little bit. There is no auto throttle in this plane, so you have to be careful of that when you're making your descent. And yeah, we're on the profile nicely. And we're going to get to go down through those clouds. So this is the Bayview 5 arrival. This is the one we're doing right now. I've done this one several times. Alright, we're hitting a little bit of turbulence right now as we're getting closer to these clouds. Well, it's bumping us around a bit. Just passing, we're going to be passing through 6,000 feet. 4,000 more to go and we'll be on the glide slope. And we should be able to have a clear way in once we get below the clouds. Visibility is above 10 miles. Interesting to see how much for the wind correction it's having to make. Yeah, plane's pretty light too. We're not carrying that much fuel. It's not a full flight either, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just started our approach. We would kindly ask you to fasten your seatbelts again and turn off all your electronic equipment.
Now this is going to be the, who makes this one? I believe it's LatinVFR. I think. The San Diego that we're going into. It's not the Orbx one. The Orbx one looks beautiful. I have not tried it yet though. It's still a little too pricey, and I still have this San Diego, and it's good enough for me. But I'll probably pick it up next time they have a sale, hopefully around November, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I can wait 5 months, and maybe I'll pick it up then. So once we get lined up here, it's pretty much going to be a straight-in approach. This is also one of my favorite approaches in flight simulation. Heading in through 27 in San Diego. 9 is more rare, but it's not as fun. You're just going over the ocean, coming in from the coast, so it's not too big of a deal. But sometimes you get to do that one. If the visibility is too low, coming over the mountains, they have you come in through 9. It's a safer approach. Alright, we're going to drop the gear about 10 miles out. And we're going to start configuring the flaps. We're going to dump out of the clouds in just a moment. This is the way in, runway 27. Start at 4,000, go down to 36, 27, and then 2,000 in. Now, I don't think I have my approach speed set correctly. I got it. Looks like it's right above stall speed, but I'm not going to be going off of that. I was trying to install the app Aurora Sim, or I think it's called something like that. It's for the Q400s for planning things like that, your takeoff speeds, landing speeds, and things such as that. But I could not get the option to pay for the subscription. In the beginning, it's acting like I am subscribed, and then when I try to open up the app, it says I need to subscribe and head to the main website. But when I do that, there's no option to purchase a license, so I'm kind of going off the charts that come with the Majestic Q400, but they don't seem to match up with everything correctly. So right now I got the wrong ones in there, but eventually when I get that app, we'll have the right speeds. There's San Diego here, all around us. Beautiful city. I'll actually be going out there next January. Be my first time actually flying into this airport, so that'd be cool. Kind of be surreal because I've done it so many times in the simulator. But alright, I'm going to leave you guys now. We're going to go stereo cockpit all the way down and check out some replays, and I'll be back with you soon.
$1,000. 500. Plus 100. Minimums. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And with that, we're going to taxi over to our gate. Seen planes at the gates today, but that's okay. Now, the next flight I want to do with this is a night flight. I've been trying to find some routes for that. I've noticed the Q400 departs Innsbruck at about 7:30 in the evening. So I'd like to start out the flight in the evening, then end up, you know, at night. It goes out to Frankfurt, so I could do an arrival at night in Frankfurt in this plane. I just want to see what it looks like, the lights and all that. And, you know, like I said, keep flying and keep getting the practice. But next, I think I need to move back into the A320. It's been over a month since I've flown that, so I want to try to stay proficient on that. And also, I just got the Piper Cub. And it's got the, you know, it comes with the ability to land it in water, so I want to try to do a route with that. I have never done one of those on that channel, on this channel, so expect that pretty soon. Probably do both those in the same week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Always looking forward to, as soon as I finish one flight, I'm excited for the next one. It's pretty much, you know, computer-wise, all I do with my free time is, you know, I used to play a lot of video games, but now it's just, all I really want to do is flight simulation, you know, in my spare time. So just really, really addicted to it. Can't get enough of it. And I hope it stays that way. You know, people change, and sometimes your interests shift, but I hope this stays one of mine, and I think it will at this point. Love making these videos and flying these planes. You know, combines a bunch of things I'm passionate about: aviation and filmmaking. And what I love about this is the only, you know, I want to say, not only simulator but also video game, and basically anything on the computer that involves computer graphics, where that is modeled after real life, and you have a camera to do anything you want with, to move anywhere you want, film any way you want. It's awesome. It's like having a virtual world that is true to life that I can film in, and that's one aspect that I really love about doing all this, and hope I'm doing this for a long time. So we're going to pick gate 13 here, unlucky 13, and we're going to park here, do the shutdown, and be on our way, and you guys can be on to your next YouTube video. I got a whole backlog of videos. I think this is video 155, I think. I'm not sure who's counting. But I got plenty of videos if you want to check out my old stuff, and yeah. Hopefully doing some live streams some more soon. Got to do one with the 737 again. That was a lot of fun. I'll pick a longer route. Alright, that's gonna do it. Parking brake on. And then we'll cut the power. And it'll stay like that for about 30 seconds, and then we'll turn it off completely. We'll get the bleeds off. Taxi light also needs to go off. Make sure our ground power unit is connected. And we're cutting those. Not going to start the APU because we have ground power. We would have already started that. But alright, everybody, that's going to do it for this flight. We're going to be waiting for the passengers to get off here, and that's going to do it. Thanks for joining again on the Flight Sim Deck channel. You guys take care, and I'll see you on the next video.